I just went to Miami and visited one of the last 3 Kmart retail locations in the United States. Check it out. This was so interesting. We're on our way to Kmart. All right, folks. 30 minutes out. This is the last Kmart in America. That's so crazy. I think it might be half closed.
I was gonna say, is it even open?
I don't know. Yikes. It better be open. Of only a few Kmarts left. They're literally downsizing it, but it is still technically open, so we're ready to go check it out. So this Kmart is located in the Miami area, and it's one of only, I believe, 3 left operating in the United States. I tried to be a little subtle while I'm recording in there, so I apologize for my hand getting on the lens. This particular Kmart just recently downsized into what used to be the garden section of this particular location, and it's now a super tiny little Kmart. As a matter of fact, while I was in there, I was trying to figure out just why they didn't go ahead and close it, because it's super, super tiny. It really didn't give me Kmart vibes in any way whatsoever. It doesn't remind me any of the Kmart that I grew up with and that so many did. A long time ago on this channel, I covered a lot of the big box Kmart stores closing. Anytime I found one, I kind of went in and filmed it. So I did the same here because I'm sure this is the last time that I will ever go inside of a legitimate Kmart. It's just weird to see it though, because there was no Kmart branded items. There was really nothing on the signs that said Kmart in any way whatsoever. So if you didn't know walking in, you'd never know where you were. It really didn't strike me as being Kmart. I was hoping to find something with the Kmart branding on it so that I could actually have something from Kmart, but there wasn't anything. I also thought this fridge was super interesting. The fact that they only had enough water bottles to technically have water bottles in the fridge was really bizarre. But yeah, me and my friend stopped. We walked around the whole store. It was about the size of a CVS or a Walgreens, a drugstore. For those of you who are maybe not in this country, it was just a very small thing that we went and looked around inside of. What I found super interesting up here in the front is it used to be just clearly the garden center at one point, and it's now being used for their entire storefront. So if you walk up towards the front, you'll see the last little bit of what was the original Kmart garden section right here where I'm at now is now a clothing section inside of the Kmart. And heading up towards the front, there's some cash registers by the main entrance to this new smaller Kmart store, as well as a few shopping carts that I found up in the front that still have the old Kmart logos on them, which was interesting to see just for nostalgic purposes, the fact that they still had those just kind of hanging out up there in the front. Then what I found to be just a little bit more interesting was heading outside the store. You could actually see through this open door what used to be the full size of the Kmart. It was once a full-fledged Kmart, and inside of it there's actually cranes and stuff disassembling it, bulldozers and things like that in here, removing the old Kmart. You can see back there the different colors where different sections of the store used to be and workers demolishing it, and now it's just this tiny little thing in the side over here. It was really interesting to see. Look. Oh, wow, yeah. It's a return your cart sign. Now, seeing this new smaller format Kmart actually gave me some ideas on how I could see Kmart making its return in the future. In the Gainesville area, when I first moved up here, there was this little tiny Target that actually closed, but gives me this thought that Kmart could actually use this new smaller concept store to come back into markets like college towns such as Gainesville in these small capacity stores that are located underneath apartment buildings. I thought this was such a cool Target and hated to see it close, but maybe Kmart could find some stuff and do something like this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe.